So, where are you headed? Not the talkative type, eh? That's okay. Most people I pick up are just waiting for their turn to talk. Want a raisin? They're from my farm. Sure. California still farms more raisins than anywhere on Earth. Yep, that's right. Some people don't have the slightest idea. Sure you don't want one? Guess those things don't agree with you yet. Strange. They're Thompson seedless. Good raisins. You want to know the clearest evidence that reality isn't real? Raisins and grapes, man. They're the same thing, but they taste disgusting when eaten together. Obvious bug in the program there, right? Memory's a slippery thing. Think about when somebody asks you about this ride later, assuming you even know where you're going, and get someplace where somebody can ask you. Hey, how'd you get here anyway? They'll ask you. Oh, I hitched. And your brain will flash back for a second when you say this. And it'll show you a frozen snapshot of yourself, sitting in this car, talking to me like we are right now. But which moment will it actually show you? Will it be this one? Or this one? Or this one? We think we remember how people really were, how our lives together really were. But when we think back to them, even the people we cared about the most, all we're doing is snatching moments out of the air. Just grabbing another raisin out of the box. I've spent a lot of time around raisins. They're like those dogs you see with wrinkles of skin falling over their eyes. Not the most handsome dogs, basically helpless but lovable. My wife, she preferred grapes the way most people do. She's dead now, but you probably guessed that. Takes one to know one, right? I can always spot someone who's grieving along this highway. They usually stand on the road with a dazed look on their face and their thumb up in the air. Young guy like you, I wouldn't have a clue. My wife, if I'm totally honest with you, I don't really remember what she looked like. Remember everything about her, just not her face. Some people have faces that are easy to remember. Doesn't seem fair. Well, it's not as easy as you think. I'll give you an example. You think you're present in the moment? You've been talking to me for a few minutes now. What color are my eyes? Nope. Well, like I said when I picked you up, some people are just waiting until it's their turn to talk. Hey, kid. Do me a favor and crack the window, would you? What you got there? Just a matchbook, huh? I figured it must have been something important. Because the window is still closed. Hey, kid. How about opening that window? That's better. Now, where were we? Not much profit in talking geography with someone who doesn't know where he's going or where he's from. But if you want to know, the trunk of this car is full of 4 bushels of raisins that I'm driving to my brother's place in Intercourse. That enough info for you, Copernicus? Yep. Intercourse, Pennsylvania. You're not going to believe this, but my other brother lives in Lampshade, Texas. I once picked up a guy who'd been to the Czech Republic. They've got some really weirdly named places over there, he was telling me. One place that means young celebrator of pain. The thing is, some of these places are 700 years old. I guess they didn't really know how to name places back then. You know, when I was a kid, my brother and I used to drive our parents crazy on long drives like this. Our folks wouldn't let us listen to the radio in the car. So we used to make up these songs about food on long drives to pass the time. We had this one with about 30 verses, each about a different kind of grain. Oh yeah, that drove Mom and Dad crazy. Actually, I'm beginning to understand my parents' perspective. Getting older's funny. It's like reading a book where less and less happens, but the writing gets better and better. You got that right, kid. Let me tell you, getting old is no picnic. Yeah, well, that all sort of depends on which raisin you take out of the box, right? How you spin it. We were married for 37 years. People used to ask us how we managed, being married and all, working off the side of the road together, sharing a little trailer. The truth is, nobody knows if they're happily married. All they know is that it's the thing they've been doing every day for the last 37 years. It's not that simple, Copernicus. Life has a way of chipping away at that certainty. It'd be easier if you had a number assigned to you, a number from 1 to 100, printed on both your foreheads where you could always see it. It would arrive in the mail every year, right after you file taxes. Oh, we're a 71. That couple down the street, the Rosens, they're an 82 this year. Oh, I guess they have it a bit better than us. Some way of knowing. There's a photo in that glove box there of us, standing in front of our trailer. It was in a magazine. One of those stories about vanishing farmers that always pulls heartstrings with the rest of the country. Well, I never opened the glove box myself. It's kind of a superstition of mine. But help yourself. Hey, where'd you get that? That's not her. And that guy there, he looks like you. I don't know. I was going to ask you the same question, Copernicus. Who gave this to you? Well, I guess it belongs to you. You'd better hold on to it. What woman? Well, oh, her. Well, hard to say. I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. What's that black thing in the glove box anyway? A windmill, eh? No idea. Say, want to hear a joke? Why did the raisin take the prune to the dance? He couldn't get a date. Hey, that reminds me. It's almost 4:30. You'll like this. It's my favorite. I once knew the hostess, Darlene. She used to change the tires on my truck on Highway 51.
Welcome to another Interstate Riddle Hour. Here's our first riddle. Keep your eyes peeled, all you blacktop carpetbaggers. I fly, yet I have no wings. I cry, yet I have no eyes. Darkness follows me. Lower light I never see. Need some help? We're looking for something fluffy. Need some help? Something large and fluffy on the horizon. Need some help? I fly, yet I have no wings. I cry, yet I have no eyes. Darkness follows me. Lower light I never see. Gatekeeper forever bound. He opens and shuts with a similar sound. Need some help? Think metal teeth that open and shut. Need some help? The answer is right between your feet. Very good.
I don't know why I listen to this every day. Damn questions are rigged. I never get them.
Says the guy who never knew what pressure to keep his tires at.
Hey!
Having fun? Want to keep going? Great. Here's another one. Take one out and scratch my head. I am now black, but once was red. What am I? Need some help? Check your backpacks, friends. The answer could be hiding inside. Well done. Okay, here's a tough one. I have 4 wings but cannot fly. I never laugh and never cry. On the same spot I'm always found, toiling away with little sound. What am I? Need some help? Round and round we go, people. Need some help? You might need to get your binoculars out to find this object. He lies without touching the ground.
Oh, come on, Darlene.
Need some help? I never did like changing his tires. The lion liar.
Damn it, Darlene. I should have tipped her better when she changed the tire. She's been out to get me ever since. Look, she isn't being straight with you, kid.
Check the photo, Copernicus. The photo in your bag. Then you'll see. She's in trouble, Copernicus. You must help her.
Things like that happen all the time on this highway. It's nothing to lose your scrunchie over. Kid, I am sorry about your girlfriend. But I had nothing to do. It's just the opposite. I was sent to protect you. You did. You picked this car every bit as much as I chose to stop for you. You picked this car, picked me, not to feel anything. Kid, just let it go. There's nothing for you down that road. Nothing but hurt. Look, I admit I lied, but only about one thing. Yeah, we've met. Twice, in fact. Sure. You showed up at my trailer park taking photos. At first, I was a bit suspicious, since there were plans to kick us out and develop the trailer park into some kind of shopping center. But then it became clear that you'd been sent here by a magazine to do one of those stories about vanishing farmers that always pulls heartstrings with the rest of the country. The woman in the photo? No, I didn't actually meet her. I just know what you told me about her. She was backpacking around Europe without you. And you? You weren't taking it so well. Oh, I know a lot about you. I know about the phone number in the matchbook. I know you didn't show it to me. Kid, I told you, you don't want to go down that road. Well, there's one more lie I told you. We're not number one anymore in raisin production. We were surpassed last year by turkey. I wasn't afraid of the truth either back then. My wife, when she got the x-rays, when she knew, she decided to spare my feelings. Didn't tell me anything. Hid the x-rays in one place I'd never suspect, because it was so obvious. Stayed closed until today, till you came along. And that's what you liked about me when we met, when you came to take those photos. You said you admired my fortitude. I had to look up at least one of those words in the dictionary. Turns out that you just meant my not feeling every little thing that's gone wrong with me. Well, that's life as a raisin farmer. We're not known for live casting our power ballads. Each raisin is a little setback that you've learned to live with. You don't dwell on it or try too hard to remember. I wish it was that simple, kid. Hey, Chief, why don't you have a look here? Hey, Chief, why don't you have a look here? He appeared on this highway about the same time you did. I guess he's part of what you're running from. Not sure. You can't see him directly. He only shows up in mirrors, windows, pictures. Well, we haven't talked yet about the second time we met. That's the thing. It's a little hard to explain. Better if I just take you there. It's just a quick detour. We'll be there in a minute. But close the window. You don't want to have it open where we're headed.